go again. Hate me or love me. On my way to work again. It is the 11th of October. It's just the way I am. That's just the way I am. And it's Pride weekend. So I'm pretty excited. I'm actually taking a day off. Woo! Anyway, shit. Nothing like slamming on your brakes at a green light. So, I'm not sure if you can see me very well. I can't. Anyway, so, given that it's Pride weekend, one of the issues that I tend to hear a lot about are families of people who have come out and how painful that experience is for everyone involved. I thought I would talk a little bit about anger and projection. Now, the first thing that comes to mind when I think about anger is the difference between anger and behavior. I can own a gun, but I don't have to use it. I can be angry, but I don't have to misbehave, and I don't have to behave in a hurtful way towards others. Pause can do wonders, and breathing, and, you know, actually putting yourself in somebody else's shoes for a minute. That tends to help me. But back to my point, which is mainly the pain that a lot of people experience when they're going through coming out, and how they deal with their families. What I find most interesting as I've grown is the fact that when I'm comfortable with something and somebody else is not comfortable with that something about me, it doesn't really matter. It seems to me like the more insecure that I am about something, some concept or idea, the less likely I am to hold my own or anchor my belief or stand firm to myself. And so the reason why coming out seems to be such a problem or so difficult for some people is not so much that they don't get their family's support, but they don't have their own support because they're afraid of who they are and afraid of being seen as less than, and therefore not getting love, not finding love. Personally, I didn't really have a difficult coming out. My family was pretty accepting to some degree, as much as can be expected. But the people that I talk to regularly as a barber tend to say that a lot of their experiences are less than perfect, especially here in the South. Now, I was raised in upstate New York, so things are a little different there. And things in the South are not the same. A lot of people, I mean, even people in their 40s are still having problems with their families and acceptance about them being gay. So, in alignment with this, there was a quote that I found recently that really meant something to me. Anger towards another is only a projection of the anger one has for himself. not wearing my glasses, so I can't read very well. It's not that I can't actually read, I just can't see. I can see distance great, but close up, I need my specs. So anyway, my point is that in that whole anger reference and how somebody may see themselves in another, that tends to be what people see. They find, let's say I'm a parent and I'm having difficulty watching my child come out. The first thing a parent might actually think is, wow, where did I go wrong? And completely making it about themselves, because most people in the world in which we live today see everyone around them as a mirror of themselves in some way, shape, or form. And generally, when heightened emotion does come up like that, it can be a difficult thing to deal with, especially when it comes to family, because, you know, they're the support that we have. I guess mainly when it comes to projection and how families deal with somebody coming out, what they receive from their child is a need for support in an area that they don't understand. And as sad as it is, some parents really do make it about themselves instead of about the child needing support. I think altogether there are a lot of things, not just coming out, where parents have a hard time dealing with how their child presents in life. I've met people who were completely convinced that they were going to be a lawyer and went to law school and passed the bar and started practicing law. And then once they didn't have the scrutiny of their parents so close by, you know, became Reiki healers and yoga teachers. Because who they really are is not their parents. I understand that parents really want to protect their children because parents want the best for their family. But I think I need to say, I don't think all parents know what is best. I mean, look at the world that we live in. The world that we live in today is a beautiful indication of how many broken systems we have. So, you know, these parents are the ones who created that. Just a, you know, side note. Nonetheless, I'm here to support you. I do love you, and no matter what it is that you're going through, I hope you know that there are people and there are communities to help with everything that you have to process. For the most part, a lot of people have already, at least in my life, come out. Because a lot of people in my life are just as old as I am. 7,604. On another note, I want you to know how supported you are. And that when somebody else is projecting anger your way, or when somebody else is making something about them, and it's not, it's, you know, supposed to be about you, lead by example. Teach them how to be truly supportive, because if they're hurting because you're coming out and they can't see you in the equation, their self-worth needs just as much support as yours. Maybe by embracing them, you can teach them what it is that they never were taught. So, feel free to get angry, but don't misbehave. Or if you do, keep it in check. Because we all misbehave, and we all get angry. And we all behave in a manner in which we might not always be proud of. But it's really, really easy to say I'm sorry. And to all of you out there who are watching this, if I've ever hurt you, I'm really sorry. My intention is never to hurt. I love you. Have a beautiful day. Happy Pride. Stay well.